Hey everybody, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Beg Brigade. Hope everybody's having a wonderful New Year's Eve. Hopefully a safe New Year's Eve. Me and the Beg Brigade, who are lounging at my feet, we're just having a maybe not so quiet, thanks to the neighbors, evening in. I'm listening to a little Stevie Ray Vaughan, one of my favorites. Not the favorite, of course, that's still Joe Bonamassa, but Stevie Ray Vaughan is definitely in the top 5. So I love blues music. Those of you that are new to my channel may not know that I love blues music. I love most kinds of music. You know, of course, I was raised, I grew up in the 80s, born in 73, but I kind of grew up in the 80s. So I love 80s music, of course. Anything from the 80s I love, with the exception of a few things. But I love blues music. I'm born and raised in Louisiana, and North Louisiana, so not South Louisiana where they have all the music that actually comes from. But for some reason, now in my late 40s, I just love blues music. That's what I listen to the majority of the time these days. Everybody's like, oh, but you suffer from bipolar disorder and depression and anxiety. Why would you listen to blues music? Well, despite being called blues music, it's not sad music. It's music that kind of says, okay, I've been through this, but because I sang the blues, I got through that, and I'm better now. So that's mostly what it's about. Sometimes it's about crying in your beer, but not all the time. Just like all country music is not sad. Sometimes you get your dog and your girl and your truck back. You know. Anyway, so you can't judge a girl by her blues music. I love it. I just love it a lot. But it makes me very happy. So there you go. I'm all the time listening to it if I'm not doing, if I can't find anything on YouTube or anything on one of the many streaming services or whatever, because I don't watch regular TV anymore. But if I can't find something to watch, I would just put it on Amazon Music and listen to blues music. Or Bluetooth my phone to my Amazon Cube and play something from my phone. You know, in this high-tech world, we got all these high-tech little devices we can do. But this year has brought a lot of good things to my life, mostly good. I would say overall 2021 was a good year. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot better. But it started off with kidney stone surgery in February, and that was an ordeal to go through. But on the other side, after getting rid of all the kidney stones that I had been dealing with for years and years, the first time that I have been kidney stone free in 20 years, I feel like, and that is a huge blessing. I was down and out for like 4 or 5 days after the surgery. It really took the wind out of me. Messed with me pretty bad. But the one time that my mother actually made time to take care of me, she came out here from her downtown Shreveport apartment and come out here and took care of me. And then she got stuck out here because we had an ice and snowstorm that left us snowed in, which was very rare. If you know anything about Louisiana weather, it's extremely rare for us to have that much snow that actually accumulates on the ground and stays for any amount of time. But it stayed really cold, and it was ice. A lot of it was just really ice, and so we couldn't leave the house. My son, who worked up the road at the time, was the only one that could actually leave and go to work, which he only worked 7 miles just straight up the road at the time. But and his Blazer, his old 1990 Blazer wouldn't get there, but my Honda would. So he was able to go to work in my Honda, but not his Blazer. But go figure, huh? But that was an ordeal. And of course, shortly after getting over the kidney stone thing, I made my first loom netted baby blanket for a friend of my son's. And that's when I got bitten by the bug, so to speak, of loom knitting. And and then shortly after that, I kind of mealied around a little bit with it. And I don't remember when it was. I had really just gotten started with the loom knitting. And I don't think I had bought my first round set of looms yet. But then I started looking up on YouTube and come across some tutorials and stuff. And then I bought the round looms, and then I started making hats. And then come like June, I think it was sometime in May or June, I started really looking at the yarn channels. And then I saw the fairies, the Christmas in July fairies. And that's when YouTube really took off for me. I found a camaraderie and a community that I never would have found otherwise. Pardon me, a little Mountain Dew. But like Connie was saying on her channel the other day, that you spend years not fitting in with anybody and not having a whole lot of friends. I didn't have no friends. No close friends. I mean, I got one lady that I'm friends with that I used to work with, but we don't hang out that often. And my only real close friend died in 2017, and she and I had kind of lost communication at that time, and for a few years before she passed away. So I just did. I mean, because of the bipolar disorder, PTSD, and depression that went undiagnosed until 2016. Oh, fireworks. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not, fireworks. But that went undiagnosed until 2016, and I had been out of touch with my best friend that had been my friend for like 20 years, for over a year by that time. So I don't know how long I had been running around undiagnosed with bipolar disorder and ruining my friendships because of it. So it brings a lot of shame when you know that you ruined things for yourself without even knowing you were doing it, and knowing that you lost quality people in your life because you were messed up and you didn't know you were messed up. You thought it was their mess up, not yours, because you really just didn't know you were that screwed up. And that was hard. It's hard to come to that realization. And of course now all this time has passed, and I'm finally on the correct medications and seeing the right doctor, and my mind and my mental health is where it needs to be. But it's a lonely place. It's a lonely place. And because of this community, this yarn community on YouTube, I'm not lonely anymore. You all, my YouTube family, my subscribers, my yarny friends, Connie on Just Another Stitch, Cindy with Pups and Crochet, Crystal from the Crystal, the yarny chicken and crazy cat lady, longest name on YouTube. Love her to pieces. All these wonderful women, and learning, of course, about yarn from Bag O' Day, Crystal at Bag O' Day. I did learn to crochet. I'm still loom knitting, and I think I had to come also to terms with it's okay just to be a loom knitter. And to be accepted by all these wonderful people that make these gorgeous things with crochet, and to be a loom knitter, and to be accepted by the crochet crowd, because I admire crochet people that can crochet and needle knit so much. I admire that so much and respect it so much, and wish that I was like that. But you know what? I love to loom knit. I love it. I really do. It brings me so much happiness and joy, and I'm pretty decent at it. And I'm only a year, not even a year in. So I have hopes that eventually I'll learn some more other things. But right now, I'm just mastering one thing at a time. And I did this when I started painting too. I was like, let me master doing this first. And, you know, when I get this down, then I'll move to the next thing. But it's okay, babies. It's okay. Sorry, the fireworks are doing my dogs in a little bit. But, oh, sorry, they bumped the table. But, you know, it took me a little bit to realize that that's okay. It's okay. And then I got addicted to buying yarn. And thank the good Lord for the government stimulus money that me and the boys received, because I bought a lot of yarn then. And I find yarn on discounts and coupons, and so yeah, I have quite a bit of yarn, but I have plans for all my yarn. And I don't have high-end yarn. I have Red Heart, I have Big Twist, I have discounted yarn from places, some Premier yarn, Karen cakes, and, you know, things that come from the regular big box stores. I don't have hanks of yarn. I don't have any interest in fancy merino wools and, you know, hanks of yarn. I don't needle knit. I don't crochet. I loom knit. So I prefer things to be 4-weight or bulky weight. I don't have any use for 3-weight or lower. So I don't need luxury yarns. You know, I really don't. I like wool yarns. I really do. And eventually I would like to get enough wool yarn to make a wool blanket. I think that would be really nice to gift to someone that lives up north. Down here we don't get cold enough for a wool blanket. But it's just been a really good thing, this whole YouTube thing. It's been a blessing to me from beginning, and still a blessing to me. And I hope you all feel the same, that, you know, that you experience good things on YouTube. Hey, baby. It's been really good for me mentally. My sons have, you know, really said that they noticed that it makes me happy. And I've almost quit a couple of months ago. I almost quit. And I'm really glad I didn't. I thought for sure that I would be judged for being a larger woman. You know, I don't really wear much makeup, hardly ever. And the first few times I got on here, I wore makeup. Then I decided I really didn't need it, because I felt like it's like I'm only wearing it for a few minutes while I'm in the front of the camera, and then I'm going and washing it off. And then I watch the videos and I'm like, why am I putting makeup on? I saw so many videos with ladies that didn't bother with makeup, and I was like, well, they're not wearing it. Why would I put it on? You know, it's not a big deal. So, and Jennifer with Cinnamon Stitches, she's really helped. She has this body positive frame of mind that is wonderful, and I really love watching her. She's really helped a lot as far as accepting my size. I do not want to remain this size forever. I am eating more healthy, you know, well, with the exception of the pizza that we had today. I've been eating healthier and drinking my Slim Fast again, and you know, trying to do better so that I can try to get closer to losing weight again. I'm still struggling to try to get approved for my disability. I don't know why it's so hard, but it is. Hopefully I get approved this time. I'm still waiting to hear, after having x-rays done a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to do this year in review and wish everyone a happy new year. And oh, get down, Boo Bear. Give you a little update on some of my stuff I'm working on. I got 3 new panels that I finished for the blankets. This is one of the panels. This is the pale yellow, And this is chocolate brown and pale yellow and chocolate brown. This is Red Heart Super Savory yarn. And it's really not too bad on the softness level. But this is one of the panels for the scrap blanket, or the working yarn blanket, however you want to say it. But I'm just stacking them over here behind me when I get them done. This is one of the panels for my oldest son's blanket. This is the Bernat blanket. It had some used out of that ball, so that's why this is not very big. But it's a pretty yarn. I don't remember what it was called, but it's just a very small square because there was some used out of it at some point. I didn't have a ball band. That's why I don't remember what it was called. And this is the one. I was going to do a cast off video for this, but I forgot. I got busy with it and forgot. But this is the one that I finished from the tutorial that I did on the stitch the other day. Thank you very much for the positive feedback on the tutorial. I appreciate that very much. And this is that finished. So this is the remaining of the pale yellow. Sorry, get a little out of breath. I've been working today doing some stuff around the house, and it's kind of took it out of me. My COPD is not liking me very much right now. But this is another panel for the working yarn slash scrap blanket. So I got another blanket in the works over there, but I hadn't got too far with it. But no, my 16-year-old washer decided to stop working yesterday. So, and it worked. It decided to stop working right in the middle of a washing cycle with a load of clothes in it. Wouldn't you know? So I had to wring out said whole load of clothes into a plastic tote box, because it's the only thing I could think of to put them in that wouldn't leak all over the floor, and that we could tote it from the house to the car to go to the laundromat, or to a friend's house, or someplace to wash it and dry it somewhere else. So I managed to get them all wringed out and put in a box, and then my youngest son bailed out as much of the water as he could so that we could get that washer out the back door, and hopefully find a decent used washer soon. I don't know when. They're not cheap. I looked at buying new ones, and they're like the most basic of top load washer is like $300 or better from Lowe's. I really don't want to buy a used one and chance getting something that doesn't work as, well. That one worked for 16 years. It's really hard to beat something that worked that long. And I bought it new. But you can't expect something to work forever. We did replace a switch on it about 2 or 3 years ago. And then it's, but this time it's for real broke. But, things do happen. So we will somehow, some way find the money to get another one. Or I'll just go every couple of days to the laundromat, which is very difficult. But luckily, Johnny, my youngest son, is with me all the day, and he does a lot of my physical stuff. So we will get it done. It'll be difficult, but we will get it done. The good Lord will provide, as he always has. So I'm not going to look at this as a big defeat. This is just another challenge I have to overcome in a life full of challenges. Anyway, if you've been watching this long, I really thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. My subscribers have been with me since I started all this, and the new subscribers that tuned in just to see what the heck I was all about. I appreciate all that, and I do still think that you should adopt and not shop for your pets and your best friends at the shelter. I appreciate all the love and support that I've received from my Yarny friends over the last several months, and all of this, time that I've been doing this. It's meant the world to me. I love you all, and I will continue to pray for everybody. And if you have time to mention me in your prayers at night, I'd appreciate it. Also, I'm going to be starting my daily devotionals tomorrow morning. So we're going to be doing Mornings with Jesus. And so if you see many videos with the same shirt, that's because I'll be probably batch doing videos, because there'll be days that I don't feel like getting up and doing videos, especially with all the physical stuff I'm about to have to do with this laundry business. So I'll probably do several videos of several days in a row, of different days, so that y'all don't miss out on the Mornings with Jesus. It just be batch videos, pre-recorded videos, but released on the actual days that it shows in the book. So anyway, I love y'all. I hope everyone has a very safe and happy new year from me and the Beg Brigade to you and your loved ones. Happy New Year. Bye now.